Hello, welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. We are now 8 months into the war with France, and we got some nice victories under our belt so far here. We've managed to knock their navy down below our total fleet tonnage. They're still building some stuff. They've got a couple carriers under construction. They've got a battle cruiser going, a couple heavy cruisers. And they're building a monstrous fleet of corvettes. Of course, it's not really necessary considering we only have 27 submarines in service right now, but we are working on that, slowly building it up. Mm, yeah, so we're not doing too shabby here. We still got another couple of months or so before the Sparrow is finished. I feel like I was going to redesign it with more. Maybe that was the last carrier, but I feel like we were going to redesign it with more radar space or something like that. But why do I get the feeling that was the last carrier? It's hard for me to remember at this point. Anyhow, let's save the game because saving is probably not necessary since I just loaded it up. But make a backup in case they do one of their famous updates that breaks the game, and press the button and see what we get. Let's see here. Calypso, do we have any? Are we missing any Calypsos? It looks like we might be missing one from the first fleet, first destroyer group, so we'll throw it in there. All right, here we go. What are we going to get? Convoy attack. Cool. It's a chance for a fleet battle, and it's taken a while to load, but they're unable to challenge our forces in the area this time. Cruiser action right off our coast. They decline. Battleship engagement off the coast of Sicily. They decline. Excellent. All right, we got another battle cruiser in service. 1% weight savings on machinery. So yeah, we will definitely give it a redesign there. Better 13-inch guns. We don't use 13-inch guns. The new U.S. medium bomber is carrying a heavier bomb load than our medium bomber. That's right. We set Tunisia as an invasion target. Forgot about that. It's been a couple days since I recorded last. I've been a little bit busy and doing some other stuff as well. I've been playing a little bit of Dwarf Fortress, which is an interesting little game. So we got our Napolis, we got one on trade protection, we got one on Raider. Let's put the other one on trade protection. Double our odds of catching enemy raiders. And we'll put the Leonardo da Vinci, of course, on raid duty because it is a nice little raider. Historically, it has done very well for us. So our rest is at 1 right now. Not too bad. Cruiser action in the Adriatic, nothing. Let's see here, off the coast of Corsica, cruiser action. They decline. Cruiser action declined. We intercepted a French raider. Wish I could decline that. I don't want to lose a transport or escort for no reason. But as soon as I get control of it, I will run away with it. These pelicanos are very old. Yeah, it's nowhere near nighttime, so I'm pretty much just dead if I can't. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Okay. The pelicanos, they're very old, very slow. They're really just there for the mine sweeping and the trade protection. It's all they're intended to do. They're not meant to shoot their guns one bit. At least we're getting away. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Maybe our spying on France. There was a light cruiser. Maybe our spying on France. Once it takes hold there, you see it's got a little asterisk beside it. It means it's not up. It's not. They don't have the network going yet, really. And we've stolen the improved electro-optical director. 1% savings on hull. It's another upgrade we can throw onto our new carrier. Here's an improved dive bomber with poor reliability still. 1945. We get 20 more knots of speed. We get some more range. Same bomb, same characteristics. So we get range and speed. We'll take it. 1,500-pound bomb. Excellent. We have invaded Tunisia. Look at that. Wow, there goes an escort anyway. Lost to a mine of all things. But hey, at least we're not blockaded. We are losing some merchants, but it's not like a crazy amount or anything. Okay, let's rework our design here. 188 tons of spare. Maybe we'll just add some more, a couple more medium, a couple more light, and we can lower the tonnage a little bit to save some money. So it starts out at 105,000 total. Save about 400 on the total build. Yeah, it's eh, not all that much savings, is it? Probably not even worth taking the extra month to do it. We just leave that extra 188 tons on there for later, like adding SAMs and stuff. So we will just exit out of that, and we will queue up two of our new Sparrow class. Boom and boom. And since we have extra money left over, let's build some submarines. We'll build 10 more medium subs. And yeah, we're going to be in debt for at least 10 months. So that's probably around 6,000 off the budget. So that's fine. So we will do a two more medium subs. That'll bring us to an even dozen for this batch. It puts us at a minus 1,000. So it should be about minus 10,000 off the monthly off the funding in total there by the time it gets the Andrea Doria there, or the Sardinia? Sardinia. Oh my gosh. You know what? Forget it. It's fine. Save the game. And press the button. Ooh. Oh, you're intercepting the Napoli? Yes, please. I should take a look at what the improved electro-optical director does. It's probably just accuracy, because I didn't see the option to add an improved electro-optical to the uh, carrier, but then again, that might have just been because it's a carrier. But I'm pretty sure it's just a gradual accuracy improvement. The ship looks smaller than us. It may be an escort, like a corvette, or it might just be a light cruiser. We're within torpedo range and we're moving towards them, so let's change our angle here a bit. A little bit of serpentine movement. Now we can change our angle again. Just trying to score hits with these 12-inch guns. Too bad they're not 13-inch guns. They could have been improved. We just got improved 13-inch guns. Okay. Well, we're scoring hits on a light cruiser. At least what we think is a light cruiser. Let's bring our broadside to bear. Let's go to max -2 for the accuracy bonus. We're hitting them, but it's not doing actual damage. It probably is armor hits or the angle or something. And I'm just going 5 minutes at a time now, hoping to end this before the enemy air power can get here. What kind of armor? 2-inch belt? There it is. It's dead in the water now. I was going to say, with a 2-inch belt, pretty much any of our guns, we have 6-inch guns, we have 12-inch guns. All right, max speed. There's another ship. I was going to say max speed and get out of here. But we'll take whatever we can get. It has to be a Corvette, right? If it died that quick. Then again, Corvettes can be kind of tanky. Oh, nice. 2 light cruisers dead. Are they new ones? Are they any good? 1922, the Cassard class. And 1920. So, yeah, kind of old. But 2 less cruisers out there. Alrighty. Here's the Japanese light cruiser for this year being built. The Tama class. 8,600 tons, 33 knots, so it's very modern in that regard. 12 6-inch guns, so it's a gunboat. It's got a few 4-inch dual-purpose guns. It's got some torpedo tubes and a bunch of mines on it. So pretty standard light cruiser for this era. All right, increased glide and high-level bombing accuracy. New naval patrol craft. Let's see. So the speed goes up by about 30 knots, no matter where you go with it. The range stays the same. The characteristics improve, and it can carry torpedoes and heavy air-to-surface missiles. It can also carry 4 bombs, 1,600 pounds instead of one 2,000 pound. So we'll take this one here. It has the best characteristics. It has keeps its maneuverability and toughness, and it improves the firepower, which doesn't matter that much because it's not dogfighting. But we should probably look to uh, a new medium bomber since everybody's surpassing us in that regard now. And we just got the level bombing technology as well. But let's take a look at this. Improved. We need fire control. So gradual improvement. Okay. That's what I thought. 13 minutes in. We're getting quite a bit done here since the enemy refuses to engage. The Napoli is going on raid duty. Yes, indeed. Oh, hang on. The Leonardo da Vinci is going on raid duty. I was wondering why I didn't have 2 raiders, but now I do. Convoy attack, battle in support of land combat. Oh, it's generating a battle. And pretty small battle, but we'll take it. A couple of light cruisers and some destroyers. So let's suppress enemy airfield since we're somewhat close to enemy territory here. So we need to sink 6 transports. And we have radar now, so being in the dark isn't such a big deal anymore. Gives us an idea of what we're doing here ahead of time. And we've got 36 knot destroyers, so enemy convoys Should not be outrunning us too easily in the dark. Okay. We're going to swing a little bit to the west here to try to get an idea. There's the convoy. Okay. Oh, something just popped out. We chased them off pretty fast. I want to get my light cruisers down here parallel with the enemy fleet. Make use of my guns. Boy, they have a lot of escorts. A lot of escorts. I feel like these are escorts here in this line, and these two lines here are the transports. I believe. Tell you what we can do. Well, I was gonna say we could launch torpedoes like on this vector here, like aim for the rearmost unidentified ships, but that would put my cruisers in some danger. Okay. Think I'm dodging torpedoes here. Yeah, that or I took a rudder hit immediately. I think I took a rudder hit. That's not good. All right, well, in that case, let's go ahead and fire some torpedoes. We'll go with the two rearmost destroyers since they haven't fired yet. And we'll just launch some torpedoes, just kind of in the general path of things. Try to hit some of these transports if we can. All right. Fire. Now we go down the line. And there we go. There's my cruisers are now getting involved in the battle. All right, bring my destroyers back down now. And I like to get my cruisers, if possible, to go right through this little gap. But first, we can launch a spread of torpedoes to the north there. Uh-oh, I just took a bunch of hits, medium guns. That might be right here. This might be, I don't know what that is. But, alright, what can I shoot my torpedoes at? Nah, okay. Let's just try to get out of there with the light cruisers if possible. And in the meantime, there we go. We can try to sink a warship or two while we're at it. We're not reloaded yet, are we? But we can maybe fire off a torpedo. We can do that. And we got to get these destroyers out of there. They are in some danger. They're like that Simpsons meme with the kid sitting on the bus. He's just like, I'm in danger. Alright, let's fire off another salvo of torpedoes. And that may be enough to complete the mission. Now, the question is, do we want to pursue? Do we feel like we've damaged any of this stuff up here enough that we can go get them? Let's. I think we're probably. Oh, that feels like these might be transports down here too. So I'll get the destroyers out of there. Well, I'll keep them in the area, but I'm gonna try to keep them away from the fight. Okay, that's good. But can always go for more points. And we're gonna try to weave right through this gap. We think these are transports, and they are. Okay. Now we're getting out of here. We are being pursued by this contact here. Did he? Okay, he turned away. All right, let's get out of here. We'll go towards Cagliari and consider it a nice little mission there. Don't think we really did any damage to their warships. We may have lit up a destroyer or something along the way, but the objective there is not to kill warships; it's to hit their transports, and it's in support of land combat. So a victory there hopefully gets us a little bit closer to taking over Tunisia. So we did get a light cruiser. We had a destroyer. We got 14 out of 15 transports. How's this? 1943. Nice. That's the kind of stuff we want to sink. We want to sink their newer stuff. Because really, if you think about it, when you're sinking an enemy's old stuff, you're just kind of clearing it out of the way for them. Like you're just, you're freeing up their budget. Sure, they're going to lose the war, but when the war is over, they're going to rebuild. Like Austria, um, we sank so much of their fleet in the last war that like their whole fleet's going to be like brand new stuff, like 1940s and onwards. So they took a torpedo hit. What actually ended them sinking? They flooded. Okay, and we killed a destroyer. I guess we just shot it a few times. Light and medium hits. 1922. Yeah, it's an old, very aging. Leaks and aging. There you go. Leaks and aging structure. Okay, well, exit battle. Two prestige points. We're getting close to 60 prestige. Wow. All right, French torpedo bomber. I don't know how it compares. Like, I don't know the stats of my torpedo bombers right off the top of my head. Reduced torpedo mount weight. That's encouraging. We lost a sub, but we are pretty even on number of merchants sunk. Okay, what was that about AA guns? Oh, nice. It tells you what they're kind of doing there. Is their U.S. is putting more AA guns on their battle cruiser. Right here, Germany's refitting a battleship with the electro-optical. And if I recall, the electro-optical is the best one you can get. Like that's the final fire control. So actually, what we can do is we can go in here to fire control. We can put that back down to medium because I think we're basically at the top of the line. There's probably like couple more things it can do, but we're pretty much there. Missile countermeasures. Um, let's put that on high instead. That's an important technology to have, especially for us because we can't really spare any ships. Not usually, anyway. All right, submarines. In just 3 months, we'll have a nice brand new wave of modern submarines, all 118 efficiency, reliability. It's a big leap from the 88s and 85s that we have. It's like 30 freaking points. All right, we're 25 minutes in. It's a good episode. We had a lot of them avoiding fights with us. Let's see, they've got 5 light cruisers left. Yeah, they've avoided a lot of fights with us, which is fine. But we also had that convoy battle, and we're currently invading Tunisia. And one of the main reasons I wanted to do it is it takes away 3 airfields from them in this area and gives them to us. We could delete like maybe the one at Tunis, or whatever, and keep the other 2. All right, very cool. Save the game, make a copy, and I'll tell you I appreciate you so much for being here, and I will see you next time.